Yo, what's good everybody? Today I'm gonna be doing another Monarch unit versus the hardest game modes video, and today I'm gonna be doing that with Monarch Godzilla. Now I know I've been kind of juicing these Monarch unit videos for my last 3 videos. This is gonna be my last one of this update, but there's been so many good units that I wanted to spin on in this update that I had to spin on them, and I got a couple Monarchs, so you know I had to make a video on all 3 of them. And I will say Godzilla, out of the 3 units that I've made videos on, being Dio, Hollow Knight, and now Godzilla, he's probably the weakest out of the 3, but even so he's still so good that he's still definitely worth rolling on, even if you got Monarch on Dio and Hollow Knight. But y'all will see in the video how good he really is. But if y'all do enjoy this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what are y'all thoughts on Godzilla, and join my Discord server, link in the description. And yeah, that's about it. So stop the yapping and let's get straight into the video. Alrighty, first off, what familiars are we going to be using on Godzilla? I'm going to be using this burb on Godzilla for a couple of reasons. First of all, the damage is really high. The range is kind of low. Since he is a full AoE unit, you'd expect him to want more range, but his range is already really good compared to like Dio and Hollow Knight, where their range is kind of low, and then when you put a familiar on, it gets much better. Godzilla already has really good range, right? But so the other thing is that this is a spark damage burb, right? I have a 4.4% increase on this burb, and if you know, Godzilla is also a spark unit, so instead of getting an 18.4% damage buff, I'm getting a 22.8% damage buff, which is really good, as well as the critical chance being there. He is a multi-hit, so this burb overall is a very good burb. And then on my farms, I have this 9.6 Labubu, and then on my Speedwagon, I have a 10% Labubu. So yeah, that's about it for the familiar. So let's get into the first challenge, being the Cinerate Act 2 Nightmare. All right, here we are into this stage. Let's go ahead and start up, and I'll low-key go ahead and place Godzilla immediately. I'm not gonna place him right next to Sid. He is full AoE though, which is very useful. He does burn as well, so I mean, as you can see, the burn tick is doing no damage. I'm gonna tell y'all why right now after I place these farms. But when we go to his passives, right, you can see he inflicts burn equal to 50% of the current radiation meter. So if it's at 8%, or it's going to be at 10%, that means his burn will only be 5% of his damage, which is nothing, right? But once it gets to a max of 100%, which is going to be the max for his radiation bar, his burn will be 50% of his damage, which is very high for a regular burn. Intense burn, I think, is 50% of his damage, or like the unit's damage, which I think is only Choi, and he's pretty ass now, but 50% burn is very good, right? So he kind of cooks when you have max radiation. The only way it can go away is if you are fighting one of those enemies in the Attack on Titan stage where they just deplete your bar, or if you use the nuke, right? The nuke is another way of your bar going away. Now I have to replace Godzilla because leaks in these early waves are so crucial because of like how much they stall the time of these waves. Like, I want money fast, right? Like, I want money fast. I want to upgrade my Godzilla fast. So I can't afford leaks yet, you know. Maybe later I can afford them, but not now. John Smith is getting hit. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if he's going to do enough damage though to kill him, so I'll probably upgrade him to Tail Whip or Tail Swipe, because he's not fully AoE, and I don't want to do damage to Smith yet. I want to wait a little bit, but I think I'll upgrade him to Tail Whip or Swipe. I keep saying whip. It's a swipe. Oh, he's still hitting him. That AoE is fat. Might be a little cooked. We'll see. I don't know. As long as the enemies are going by, we're going to be able to kill him, but I just don't want to attack Smith yet. So we should be fine. We shouldn't get any leaks. His end damage is crazy. Like, his max upgrade damage is really good, and it's full AoE, of course, because who doesn't love full AoE? They really gave Godzilla like the best AoE. They gave him a full AoE on placement, so a half AoE to then a full AoE again. Like, they gave him the trio of the godly AoEs. Like, it's crazy. That's another really good thing about him. Of course, the big thing is, you know, max out full AoE only costing like 70k, 77k. Cheap full AoE with really good damage and burns, and is a buffer for dot damage. Enemies within his range, so they don't have to be attacked by him, but is in his range, they take 30% more damage from DOT, which is really good. So I will actually just go ahead and upgrade it. Godzilla, I low-key might as well, after this wave, I'll probably put him to bosses, regardless if he's full AoE or not. I mean, if he's full AoE, he's gonna attack everybody, but if he's at like upgrade 7, I'll still put him to full AoE, because we do need to start doing damage to the boss soon, and his burn will be doing more damage with each attack, because the higher the radiation bar, the more burn damage. So yeah, big. Now we're at upgrade 6. Now the damage starts ramping up. 152k, basically 153k, 294,000 with the same SPA and more range. So boom, and then look at the jump from there. 294 to 657. Crazy jump. Absolutely crazy jump. All this for like a little less than 70k or a little more than 70k. He is the new Skull Knight. Skull Knight, in my opinion, his biggest use was the fact that he was really cheap and you get the full AoE. But now Godzilla's replaced him, in my opinion. Like, look at the DPS, he can nuke, and he's a DOT buffer. So it's pretty crazy. So yeah, now we should be going a lot farther. His DOT is doing a lot of damage. His own damage himself is doing a lot of damage. When we crit, it's a 17.5% chance to crit because of the familiar I have. So we're doing good. We're doing good.
A few moments later.
All right, here's Shadow. I low-key want to nuke him just so we can get the waves to go by faster. I don't know if we'll get the nuke back by the time his second phase is here. I'll just save it. I'll just save it for when the final phase is here, when I do the 2 codes and then there's no more after that. And then we can just do as much damage to him. So yeah, I'll keep him at the 100% radiation because now his burn is doing 50% of his damage. So he's doing 330,000 damage in burn. Basically 1 million damage every 4.8 seconds. Pretty good damage in my opinion for that cost. All right, that's the final stage for the codes. Now I'm just going ahead and pop the nuke. So now we just have to hold it down for 400%. And I mean, that damage is kind of crazy. Look at the damage right now. Almost 1 million damage because his passive, the way it works is when you pop his nuke, depending on how much extra radiation you have, it turns into damage. It's pretty good. And then I do want to put him to bosses before I let it go. There you go. Charge it. Look at that damage. Yeah, that was like 4 million, 5 mil damage. Pretty good. Pretty good. You have to charge it up and it does take some time. And you also do kind of lose out on the damage you get. It depends. Do you want to nuke or do you just want to pop the ability for like 1 second so you get the 50% damage boost? But yeah, we are a couple attacks away from finishing the Shadow boss. And all right, 1 more attack and Shadow should die. There you go. Perfect. Not much to talk about there. Pretty easy. So challenge 1, the Sid Raid Act 2 on Nightmare completed. All right, for the next challenge, we're going to try out the Island dungeon. All right, here we are into the stage. We're going to want to pick Money Surge, of course. And I low-key have the most confidence that to beat this. Like, if I don't beat it, I give like 15, 10k Robux bundles right now. He is full AoE and he's also a half AoE and then turns into a full AoE again. Like, just the dream AoE set for this specific stage, right? Because of the 4 paths, having something that covers a lot of their range is huge. Right, and since he's full AoE, even though the range is small, that full AoE is very, very helpful, and it'll definitely put in its work. I'm just gonna farm up a little bit, and then once we get close to the base, I'll go ahead and place Godzilla, upgrade him to like upgrade 3 right before he gets to half AoE. Should be pretty easy from then on. All right, it was kind of hard to place Godzilla, so I placed him in kind of a sketchy spot, but it should be fine. And now we are at upgrade 2. SPA is at 5.6. I did get a cooldown modifier to help out with that, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference, so should be no problem. His SPA is pretty long though at the full AoE. That is kind of tough, especially because his range isn't that big. That might make it a little bit challenging, but we are doing fine right now. If anything does happen, then I do need more range. I can obviously go to tail swipe. You know, it's not full AoE, but it's still a half AoE, which is still very, very good. But for now, we are doing good, so no need to worry. In like 2 waves, we should be able to get to the final price or for the final upgrade. In the next wave, I will just upgrade him as much as possible, just to have some more range because we can. And he attacks so much faster now. 4.1 seconds. I low-key think this might be better than just having a full AoE. This might just be better than him being a full AoE because the SPA is tough. But there we go. Upgrade 6, 45 range. Still at that really fast SPA. Yeah, we should be fine. All right, with the wave skip, we should be able to get the final upgrade, making him full AoE. There you go. Yeah, now it is wave 9, but we did get the full AoE, 60 range every 4.1 seconds. They're not even gonna get close to the base, so I'm just gonna call it there. Very easy. I was kind of worried though at the very, very beginning when I saw his really small range. That did get me kind of concerned. Again, also counting the fact that his SPA is also very, very long. Not very, very long, but like long in comparison to his range, right? So, but we survived it. We made it through, and yeah, that's about it. So challenge number 2, the Island dungeon completed. All right, the next challenge is gonna be the anniversary dungeon stage 8, but I will bring 2 units into the stage with me, being Lancer for the Rupture. I don't know why it looks like this. Oh, there you go. Lancer for the Rupture and John for breaking the armored stacks on the Guilty Gear boss. Yeah, that's the 2 units I'm gonna be bringing, so let's get straight into it. All right, here we are into the stage. We're gonna place on Speedwagon. Gonna give it like 2 waves probably until I can actually place on Godzilla. The strategy that I've realized with this stage, especially with the units that have like nukes with bars or just any bar in general, is I can't really use that on the final boss, right, with Griffith, because first of all, if I try to sell if Godzilla's like right here and I sell him and place him like right here, I have 0% in his bar. But if I keep him like right here and he's attacking Attack on Titan boss into Griffith, he's gonna also have 0% in his bar, because the way that that annoying boss works is that your bar, any unit with a bar, it goes down every time you attack that enemy. There's no debuff that makes you immune to that. You just gotta take it, right? So I can't use my nuke on Griffith if I even get there, so it's gonna be pretty unfortunate, but I guess we'll have to find a way to work around that. I don't know if Godzilla's gonna be able to beat this stage, I'm not gonna lie to you, but let's hope we get pretty far. That's the goal. Let's hope we get at least to wave 30, or maybe even farther than that, but let's see. All right, we're gonna go ahead and place Godzilla like right here, take care of here, here, and here, if any leaks can even get by here. The bad thing about Godzilla's placement, he's full AoE, but 6.4 seconds is pretty crazy. That 6.4 second SPA is pretty diabolical. And the fact that his burn is not going to be doing damage until like a little bit later into the stage, right? So he has a really good burn when the radiation bar is max, but when it's not, it's kind of just useless. But here's the first boss at 169,000 HP, and I'm stunned for 15 seconds. Great. And I'm stunned immediately right after. All right, thank you, boss. Upgrade my farm one more time. Boom. Kill those guys in the back as well. There you go. One shot. Now we can replace him again, and he's probably gonna get deleted because Gilgamesh is after, so it might be kind of cooked, but we'll see. All right, our final Speedwagon is maxed out. Now 2 upgrades away from maxing our Takarota until all of our farms are maxed out. To that point, now we can actually start focusing on Godzilla. I hope we can max out our farms before wave 10, before Gilgamesh comes out, so I can actually start selling and replacing Godzilla, maybe getting a couple upgrades on him as well, so we can like speed up that process of killing Gilgamesh. But we'll see. We are getting a lot of leaks now too. This is not happening with Hollow Knight and Dio. I mean, they're on like a whole nother level, so I can't, it's not even fair if I like compare them. Still, you know, I gotta compare it to something. Now we upgrade him, place him back here, upgrade him a little bit more. Tail whip, he should die. There you go, perfect. Now Gilgamesh is spawned. He's gonna kill Godzilla. It's fine. He doesn't cost that much, which is probably the best thing about him. He doesn't cost too much. I'm probably gonna put him on bosses. He does stun, which is pretty unfortunate. Get a couple hits in. Nice. Attack first, so we don't get leaks. There you go. From now on, I probably won't upgrade him again. Maybe, I don't know. Because I'm gonna have to place him again, right? Again, like I don't know why I'm even like worrying. He's so cheap. It's not even gonna be that harmful to my yen if I even do upgrade him. So yeah, I think we should be fine. All right, now I can actually max out my Godzilla. Again, I don't know if I want to. There's like a couple more attacks. I'll get him to upgrade. I'll get him to this upgrade. Does a lot of damage. Still with that fast SPA. Maybe one more hit before he leaves range. There you go. Now he's dead. Yep, thought so. Probably gonna die to the burn, right? He does. Okay, perfect. Max him out. Or not yet. One more upgrade with like less than 1,000 yen, then I can max him out. There you go. Fusion breath, 559k every 4.8 with basically 60 range. We are doing very good right now. So yeah, now we just play the waiting game. Once the Guilty Gear boss comes out, I'm gonna just spam the Johns, and then once the Boo boss and the Attack on Titan boss come out, I'm gonna place Lancer, get onto upgrade 7 to get Rupture, and yeah, from then on we should be pretty set. All right, we're on wave 20 now, and the Boo boss should spawn pretty soon. The good thing about Godzilla is that he is a spark unit, meaning he's immune to damage debuffs like energy drain, which is what the Boo boss has. So we shouldn't get hit with any damage decreases, which is very nice, and meaning we can hit Boo with as much power as possible. And there you go, the Rupture is on him now. We're doing good damage, and he multi-hits a lot. Like he does so many attacks within his attacks, making crit burbs, like really high crit burbs, actually really good on him. Honestly, just the overall good burb works so good on him. He's full AoE, meaning the range is really important. Damage is damage. Crit, because he attacks like 5 times within each attack. Maybe like 6 times, I don't know, maybe 10 times, because like with, you see, each attack is like 50k, and he's at like 659k. He's doing like 10 attacks every time, like every 4.8 seconds, meaning he crits a lot, which is very, very big. But something to keep in mind when you're using this unit and when you're thinking of using any familiar with him. Have a good crit burb. He will go crazy. The next stage will be the wave 25 boss, which is gonna be the Guilty Gear boss, meaning I will have to spam my Johns. So all right, it is not the wave 25 boss. The Guilty Gear boss is here, and yeah, we are at full radiation bar too, so the burn is doing 50% of his damage. And again, the burn also crits, so he is just getting crit from every side, honestly. Like this guy's a crit demon. Now he's back in range. Sell, replace. All right, we're doing great. Pop my nuke probably right now. Boom. I'll go here because I do want my damage boost. That 1 mil every 4.8 seconds damage boost is pretty crazy. So I'm gonna put it here. And we're also doing a lot more damage to these guys as well, which is again pretty huge. He should die. I don't know. He is not dying though. One more attack. 2 more attacks. There you go. Surprisingly, they did not move that far. Surprisingly, they did not move that far. Okay. Place them right here. All right, let's see. Will this go well? I have no idea, because if an 18 million HP boss did that much work to me, then yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, here's the boss, and there was my bar. 0 radiation. Oh man. All right, let's see. Let's see if he can do anything. The good thing about this boss is very slow, but even though he's slow, will that be enough? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you might be cooked. Very far down the path, at least in this case, at least he is very far down the path because of how slow he is, and he is only taking a little bit under like 19 million HP, like 19 million damage. He's about at 20 million damage, 20 million damage, and he's moved this far. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't got a good feeling about this, especially with another boss that has 50 million HP, which is much faster, starting right here. Yeah, I don't know. All right, now we're on wave 35. Griffith should spawn. Yep, there he is. All right, we're gonna maybe let him take a couple hits. He's just not gonna die, is he? Yeah, we're gonna go and place him down like right here, max him out. It's Jover, man. It's Jover. Oh, he did not do enough DPS, especially since his radiation just keeps going down. He cannot burn, he cannot nuke, he can't do anything. Holy, and he has no CC either, so he can't stun, slow, freeze, time stop. But yeah, pretty unfortunate. I think he did his job though, right? He did his job. He was cheap. He did decent damage early on, but when it comes to late game, that's where he kind of struggles, where his DPS kind of just falls off. Maybe even not. Maybe I'm just like tripping because again, I'm kind of taking into account that we didn't have my nuke, no burn, radiation bar at 0 the whole time. But Griffith is not even close to dying, so I think it's very safe to say we have lost the stage. So yeah, I'm not even gonna look at it anymore. We did lose. It was unfortunate. We did get far, but it's just as simple as Godzilla. His DPS output is just not enough compared to other units, especially when half of his kit is basically gone. His nuke is gone. His burn damage is basically gone. It is what it is. We did good. We went far, but challenge number 3, unfortunately, the anniversary dungeon, stage 8, failed. All right, for the 4th challenge, we're gonna be trying out Godzilla versus the Attack on Titan EX stage Act 4, and instead of bringing Lancer and John, I'm gonna be bringing Bean because he bleeds, as well as being 5 placement, being very helpful for the armor stacks with the Aaron boss. So yeah, all right, here we are into the stage. I'm gonna pick immunity because again, we don't have any slow or stuns on our team, so there's no point in having it. But yeah, with this, I do want to, with Godzilla, the thing is his range, man. Unless you max him out, his range is kind of just dookie buns. Fortunately, he's cheap, but I don't know. I don't know, especially when it comes to Aaron. You need as much damage as fast as possible. You know how his armored stacks work and how his regen works. He's such he might be the most annoying mini boss in the game, like low-key. I think again, the best thing I can do is low-key, I might as well just place him back like right here. Upgrade Godzilla. Instead of placing him up front and dealing with Aaron up front, I'm gonna deal with him back here because his damage should be able to do enough damage to kill Aaron, especially if I do have my beans placed down and doing their thing. So I think I'll just do that low-key. The other horrible thing about this stage is that is unfortunate is the other modifier that decreases range. And since Godzilla is not immune to status debuffs or is not the nature element, since the nature element is immune to range debuffs, he might be kind of cooked, right? Yeah, there's really no way of avoiding it, so except to pray for the best at that point. We might low-key, we might be able to max out Godzilla twice, right? We can max him out to kill the ice crystal and then place him back down like right here. We should be kind of set. I'm not gonna lie, we might be set with that. Yeah, his bar is at 24%. Not the greatest, but you know, it's something. And now I'm gonna go ahead and place down our beans. Let them do their thing. Replace them again. Get Godzilla to upgrade 7. Beautiful. His hitbox is so big, I accidentally deleted Godzilla. Oh my god. Oh, this game pisses me off sometimes, man. We were about to kill him. His hitbox is so huge. Look at this. I'm not even near him. His tail is counted as part of the hitbox. Why? Oh, I might just be lashing out, bro. That's annoying. Let's see. Can we somehow save this? Probably not, but might as well give it a try. He's just not doing enough damage, is he? Yeah. Unfortunate. Oh, one more attack, maybe? He's one. There you go. Okay. That was so much closer than it needed to be. Oh, we're cooked. We're cooked. I don't know. Unless we get like really lucky, which I don't even know how lucky we can even get here. I don't think any amount of luck can save us in the situation we're in right now. Spawn's right there. Okay. Yeah, no, we're cooked. Selling our farms, will that do anything? Yeah, no. And he's stunned. Oh, God. I'm gonna have to call it GG's. We need so little yen. We need so little yen to max him out. Man, he's stunned every 2 seconds. Holy crap. There you go. Max him out. Oh, can we kill the ice crystal at least before the giants get here? I don't have much faith in that. Actually, no, we can. Okay. Cool. I mean, we still got hope. No, we don't. What am I saying? He's getting stunned so often. I don't even know from what. Is it the boss? I don't remember the boss is even stunning. I don't even know how he's getting stunned. One more attack should kill the ice crystal. There you go. His range is going to be, yeah, the range is starting to go down now. But make sure that there's always a bleed at least on him. Put him on boss. Put on boss. There you go. Yeah, his range is pretty chopped. There's no saving this, is there? There is no saving this. If I place Godzilla like right here, maybe, but yeah, we just can't. We just cannot. I mean, we got far. We got far. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, I might be coping a little bit, but if Godzilla didn't get sold accidentally over here, we might have beat it. Maybe. Probably not. Again, it might just be cope, but I think if we didn't sell him, we would have had extra yen. We might have had a little bit more time to do extra damage to the bosses. But again, did y'all see the range that Godzilla had? Look at this, 29 range. We were not doing shite actually with that. We were not doing anything, especially with another max HP boss coming over here. Yeah, we probably would have been cooked either way. I don't even know what I'm saying. Close though. It was a very close call. They're pretty good, even though my stupid mistake literally sold us there. But yeah, it was tough, but close. So challenge number 4, the Attack on Titan EX stage, unfortunately defeated. All right, now for the final stage of this video, I'm actually gonna be trying out the Guilty Gear EX stage. Now I've been getting comments about me starting to do them more often in these types of videos. So I'm gonna start it off finally today with Godzilla, and I don't recall there being any regen units or enemies in that stage, so I don't need to bring a bleed or a rupture unit, but I'm gonna bring John because of what we just had to deal with the errant boss, but even worse in the extreme stage on the Guilty Gear map, because of basically every boss and enemy having the armored stacks. We're gonna need multiple units attacking to actually deal damage to them. So yeah, we're gonna bring John, and yeah, that should be about it. So let's get into the stage. All right, here we are into the stage. I'm gonna pick champion since the boss spawns in every 5 waves anyway, so it's not like we're dealing with anything new. So yeah, I think champion should be the best thing here, and I think I might just place in the back over here, farm up as much as I can until the wave 5 boss comes in, and then once he does, I will have spam place John. Now I think something that would have made this much easier if I brought weather report. To be fair, with weather report with every single stage probably would have made it beatable, except the anniversary dungeon. That was just, the bosses were just too much for me. But with the AOT stage and this stage, probably if I do lose this, weather report would probably make it much easier. But I feel like weather report is just too good, man. Like weather report is just too good. So it's I don't know, I don't feel like, it doesn't feel good using him in this type of challenge. So you know, I'm just not gonna bring him. But like a regular soul probably make this much better. But yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna place Godzilla like right here, let him cook in this like little area over here. Never mind, he can't even cook there because these guys have too much HP. I guess I'll let him cook over here. There's the first boss, 2.68 million, and another boss at 1.34 million. Might be cooked. These are so chunky in HP, man. My god. The armor, do they even have armor? It shows the armor stacks, but they're taking the 47k damage. They're taking the 47k damage, but it's just not enough. Like, you need weather report for this. I'll bring weather report just so I can at least see if I can even do anything to the boss, but I will bring weather report for this because I feel like I need it. So yeah, hopefully with weather report this should be easier.
A few moments later.
I think weather report like right here should be pretty good. Yeah, very good placement, I think. And yeah, now they're dying, which is very nice. There's the boss. All right, max out Speedwagon, and now we gotta just start upgrading Godzilla. Boom, there you go. Add another weather report like right here. Where's the boss at? He spawned over there. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, gotta lock in a little bit right here. Slow. Y'all slow him over there. All right, now we gotta start spamming. We need to start spamming. Upgrade him again. Sell all these guys. Boom, 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 boom. Keep applying bubble as well. It's not enough. He's too tanky. He is way too tanky. My god. Godzilla actually tickles, man. Before he unless he's at max upgrade, he actually tickles. He does no damage. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Unfortunate, but not beatable. Yeah. I tried. Even weather report couldn't save me. But yeah, his damage is not enough. It's just not good enough. So challenge number 5, the Guilty Gear EX stage failed. All right, that's about it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and let me know y'all thoughts on Monarch Godzilla. I think he's overall a really good unit. It's just he's kind of lackluster in damage in general until he's like max upgrade. Thankfully, he's very cheap. Until he gets there, he costs like 70, a little under 80k. 2 maxed outs, that's pretty good for him. But overall, really good early game unit. Good DOT buffer as well. Has a nuke, does a lot of good stuff, and is also immune to damage debuffs as well. So overall, really good unit. Probably the best banner unit, but in terms of this update, probably the top 3, number 3 unit in this update. But yeah, that's about it. Hope y'all enjoy. Hope y'all have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.